Okay, we're gonna set up a how to hold A, and after plants and just utility and hold it. Okay, so let's start this from the beginning. You're gonna get a good spawn, or you're gonna have a spawn. You should mainly play based off of your spawns, like the same thing as T side. You're gonna go for entries, you're gonna so on. Let's say you got this spawn. This is a really good con spawn. You'll probably have either you or your teammate will throw a molly here. You don't have to go forward throwing it. Just throw a simple molly. Maybe throw a nade with it or something. You're gonna go for an info jump. So when you're crossing, you should go like a single jump and jump across and just keep going. You usually, if you're gonna play con, you're gonna throw a smoke here. Just at that little lip, and you have this one way. If you're running into it, it's like launches up a little bit. Oh, it's bad. No, it wasn't. Never mind. It's gonna launch up a little bit further. Kind of varies from back and forth. But you have this one way, and this will kind of, you can get a free pick from up here if you have good enough aim, good enough spray, taps, whatever. You can get it. Another thing you can do is when this goes away, you can smoke off. There we go. You can smoke off somewhere like right here, if you throw it. It blocks up this entire area, and now your team has to, now the T's have to push that, right? They don't know where you are. They're going to probably be spraying through this. They're going to be like, oh, there could be a guy somewhere over here. So now you have this cat. You have this, probably underpass. Your main goal trying to take this is, take underpass. So you're going to be going for this guy underpass, if there is anybody. If there's not, you can kind of retreat, go back, give up that space, but you're trying to get an early pick when you're playing con. You want to try to help that guy mid, and you want to kind of help underpass, but you can kind of do a little jump here if you're close enough. You can kind of do a little jump here. You don't want to do it too quick. But when there's a smoke up, you can kind of see it if you have good vision. You can see the head of someone, and you can be like, oh, there's a guy there. Throw a nade or a molly. So this is just, you probably won't have, con, you won't have too much utility. You'll probably have your flash. You'll probably be the first guy to throw a molly. And you'll probably have a flash and a nade because you're throwing your smoke as well. So you should always have that. Second spot is stairs. You can have a guy con, guy stairs, it doesn't really matter. Your Tetris guy, you usually want to have someone who's like calling out. So you don't want to like give away the site completely. So a guy Tetris or a guy CT is usually the guy to do that. You can sometimes have default or under palace, sorry. But you usually get stuck there. So triple is kind of a harder spot to play. Your main goal is trying to get this first kill here and get this guy. If you don't get him, you can kind of either, if you're stuck, you can throw a smoke down like off this wall. Kind of do that, and it will give you space to like work with to move to CT. You don't even have to use the smoke actually if you don't want to, because well, we'll wait for this to go away. I'll move on to the next part and then I'll go back to this. But you can if you want to flash these guys for your team or for yourself to get a pick, you can either throw a flash somewhere in this region so they can't see it when you throw it, but when you throw it, it comes around and pops right here. Pops right here. So when they're pushing out and they're like, they see you or something, they're gonna focus you, and boom, that pops. They're blind, and that gives you a chance to get a pick. You're stuck though, right? You have a chance to back up here and then kind of do that. You're open for a second, but no one's gonna really hit that. This gives you a chance to get away from your area and be safe. If they throw a smoke here, which most people do, it's not really the best thing to do because you want to take CT control a lot of the time and relieve that pressure from your team where you're being attacked from two different sides. You smoked off. You can kind of get a play off of here, off the smoke in a one-way, so it kind of helps your team out. After plant situations, let's say we plant bomb. You can plant it anywhere. Here is fine. Here is fine. It matters really where you push in, where you have info at the time. On A. On B, it's a different story because you usually have the full site as soon as you start the plant. So, you plant, let's see there. You can have, there's many spots. These are probably going to still, there's stairs and jungle are still going to be smoked off. So, the entry when pushing in will probably have CT control. You always want to take CT. Because he dies, it's a lot harder to actually hold the site. But when you're a CT, you always want to try to contest CT spawn. There we go. You always want to contest it because it gives the tease pressure. If you get this guy, it gives you like the man advantage, or it helps equalize or so on. But try to take CT control on each side. Good spots to hold right here. This is a decent spot to hold. If you have, that's only hold this angle if you have CT control. If you don't have CT control, you're gonna die because you're stuck here, and you'll get killed from CT. Here's a better spot of that spot. You have head glitch angle, and you can get the free kill here. Underpass is, it matters what control you have. CT, if you lose CT, this spot's a lot harder to hold. Gives you free pick. A lot of people don't check there. Palace is a good spot because you can either get the pick here, you can swing out, get the pick here, or you can wait until the bomb blows up. Same thing with A main. A main, you wait, you can hold here, get the pick, get that pick, and wait until bomb blows up. Triple, or sorry, this is Tetris. Tetris is more of a one and done spot. So if someone's pushing, you can have someone jumping across or something, or pushing lower. It's a lot harder to kill someone here, or it's a lot harder to get kills in this spot, because if you're holding here or something, you can get that one pick, but you're eventually going to get swung by people, and you have to track them, and you're not moving. So you're standing still, and you can't move from this spot, and it's a really easy kill. So you can usually get that one spot. Simple smokes and flashes. My main smoke I throw is I usually do the jungle smoke. So you look at this middle pillar, or this middle little thing. You look at it, turn around. You just aim kind of to the left. And kind of just throw it. If you see, it's a pretty good smoke. Smoke's all over here. They can kind of see through there, but I wouldn't worry about that. Flash wise, you can. There's two different ones you can do. You can push yourself up to this little lip right here. Aim at the top of this lamp and jump throw. You can't really do a normal throw because it doesn't make you cross. Then you can also do another one. You can do it the back of the. You can either do the back of the lip and throw it up here, and you can do it again, or whatever. That will fully flash your sight. It pops about somewhere in the middle of the sight, so everybody will be blind. It's a pretty good flash. I wouldn't say jungle. You don't really need lineups or anything. You can kind of just like throw it off of this right here, right there. It just flashes somewhere right there, right there. This is if you're trying to pop there or whatever. I guess if you want to do it, you can do like a underhand smoke right here. That will give you space to work with if you want to kind of like jump down here. It was not the greatest because they could see you, but let's say you get more right there. That's a really good one. If you get it right here, I'll wait for this to go away. I do want to say one thing. If you can see like the light disappear, that means someone walked by. You can kind of push down and push through down here if you wanted to, and get this control for your team. And then this clears underpass or under palace. If you know there's someone under there, you can do a simple molly, just kind of line up here and go under. And as you can see, oh no, I'm completely stuck now. This is a pretty bad spot because as you can see, I'm burning. So don't go there. That's one way to help it up. Just simple things you can do on A. If you don't have too much control, you're like, oh, I need to get aggressive or something. You could do a flash above this house area and just kind of like launch it up there. It will blind your team a little bit, but it will blind the T's more. So when these guys are pushing out, you have a chance to swing out. If you have smokes here, this spot is smoked off. You can throw a smoke right here to give yourself control and kind of help get picks. And once you get that pick, you want to pull back because you want to try to get the man advantage for the retake or equalize. That's kind of really it. I guess we can go over jungle, how to play jungle. Jungle, there's a one-way smoke I don't like doing. It's like really annoying or whatever. I don't remember it. I think it's like this or something. Yeah. That's it. And then you have a one-way. This is okay. Wait, that wasn't that good. Yeah, was it this side? No. Yeah, that wasn't that good of a one. I wouldn't. Kinda. Yeah, that wasn't that good. Okay. Anyways, I guess I don't really know it too much. But you can do it one way. You guys can look that up if you want to. Jungle control. You have an op. You usually want to go for it if based on your spawn. You don't want to just be like, hey, I have an op, and then you have the worst spawn. You're either like in the way back or something like that. You're most likely gonna die. So you want to kind of go off of your spawn. You want to come here, go here, and then just immediately scope in. You don't want to get yourself stuck over here. You want to be ready for this guy. There's usually a guy here. You could do a little jump here. This is risky. I've gotten many kills here. If you do this jump, you can get one tapped or whatever. Common thing is that people do if they want to do a quick cat based off of spawns, they have the opera come over here, sit here, and the other guy who's a good spawn to cat hops on top of his head, goes in here, and has cat control. Like really early in the game. Let's say you're smoked off, you don't know what to do. Common place you can hold palace. This is really commonly known, but you can also if you have a smoke, you can also play here. Same thing at the beginning. You can also play con, which you can also play con if you're based on your spawn with the op. It's really helpful because they'll always be focused on the window. They won't be focused on here. So if you do that, here you can be here. You can get aggressive here. You can go for many things with the op, but I recommend just trying to take mid with it. If you end up losing jungle, which is a really hard spot to retake, you kind of you gotta go for it. You should send a guy to get it because jungle is one of the most vital places in the map because then same thing as con. You have a pincer. If you have a guy in A main and then you have like a guy here and then you have like the rest of the guys pushing up con, you're dead. This guy can push anywhere. This guy has the control of like rotations. He can push here. He can go market. He can push here. He can go on A site. So whatever you do, just try not to lose this and make it very clear to your team that you will lose this area. That's already I have to say for a retake, smokes, and after plants. And I hope you guys like this. This was mainly made for friends, just to explain some things, and so they can remember it. So I think goodbye.